Hi, I'm Amanda Basquill, and this is Here's a Thought. It's a space where we explore leadership in just a few minutes each week. Today's thought: leaders don't always have the answers, but they ask better questions and they listen deeply. When I first stepped into leadership roles, I thought that the best leaders were confident, decisive, and quick with solutions. I thought people looked to you for answers, so you'd better have them. But over time, I learned something different. The leaders I respect aren't the ones who jump in with the fastest answer. They're the ones who take a breath, ask the right question, and then really listen. I've been in conversations where everyone was looking for the right solution, and the energy was tense. People were throwing out ideas, countering each other, and trying to win the moment. And then someone asks a question, a good one. The kind of question that made everyone stop just for a second and think a little differently. It's like the air in the room changes when the right question is asked. And suddenly, the conversation isn't about defending positions. It's about defining the problem and exploring the solutions. Some of the most powerful moments in my work have started with simple but thoughtful questions. Questions like, what does success look like to you? What do you need to be successful? What advice would you give to someone in your shoes? These aren't complicated, but they open doors to clarity, to honesty, and to solutions that actually work. So here's why I think asking better questions is such an underrated leadership skill. First, it builds trust. When you ask, you show you care about more than your own perspective. Second, it invites truth. People are more likely to share what's real and to be honest when they feel heard. Third, it makes space for growth. Good questions can shift someone's thinking, including your own. And finally, sometimes a good question helps to reveal that the problem you were trying to solve wasn't the real problem at all. The next time you feel pressure to have all of the answers, try this instead. Pause. Ask a question that helps you and the other person see the situation with more clarity. And then listen, not to reply, but to understand. It might feel slower, but it almost always gets you further. So here's what I'd love for you to consider this week. What's a question you've been sitting with lately? Or better yet, what's one that you haven't dared to ask? If this gave you something to think about, I'd love to hear it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd be especially curious to hear one question that you think every leader should ask. And if you found this video helpful, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so that you don't miss the next episode of Here's a Thought. Thank you for being here, and see you next time.